The Corridor Housing Initiative was a response to the need for the city and communities to collaborate more effectively in guiding development and helping to set the stage for how development would happen. The process offers an educational forum on development and design, connecting community visions with market realities.
You know, we call this the Corridor Housing Initiative, and I think that's appropriate because its genesis really was in trying to locate affordable housing in neighborhoods and do it by creating some density along transit corridors. But I believe this is something much broader than that. It's really about creating a city that works on many different levels.
Well, one idea, for example, you keep your parking on the street. You also might provide parking behind the alley. It can be different. You can make it different. We can make it different.
I think the Corridor Housing Initiative is a tool that engages people in the opportunities that development can provide for communities.
So when you're afraid of people, you kind of build walls and fences. When you're afraid, but to take some of the fences down.
People don't feel that they're listened to, and they don't feel that they are engaged, and they feel they're being handed down, an ultimatum of this is how your neighborhood's going to exist and this is how you're going to live.
Politicians can listen, neighborhood organizations can listen, and developers can listen. But sometimes it takes someone who is a disconnected but highly informed third party to listen in a way that helps all of us hear each other a little better.
I think another thing that the Corridor Housing Initiative brings to the table is a holistic approach that includes advocacy and outreach, community education, neighborhood-based planning in a way that helps move development processes forward to come up again with a really financially viable plan at the end of the day.
The Corridor Housing Initiative fits into a variety of city housing plans and priorities and goals, starting with the city's comprehensive plan, where it really focuses on housing growth and corridor reinvestment and how those two things can work together. The Corridor Housing Initiative really gives neighborhoods the tools that they need to envision development.
I think you get a much better product and a much better design by collaborating. And we had this opportunity through CHI to really focus on what spots along this corridor were the best for redevelopment.
So often the conversation really is just about no in a neighborhood setting, and I think the Corridor Housing Initiative plays a very important role, especially if it precedes development proposals, to help neighborhoods and citizens think proactively, think positively about the future of their community. What would redevelopment look like? What would yes look like?
I watch the faces and listen to the voices of the folks in the communities in which I've been engaged with through the Corridor Housing Initiative. And I see a light bulb going on in people's heads.
What do you guys think about commercial, office, and residential?
Yeah.
I just see that they start to understand better what the impact and role and parameters of development is in our community, and that's nothing but positive.
The process creates an opportunity for people in the community to come forward and identify what it is they want to achieve through development and what are their concerns. In that process, we're really highlighting the core values that a community has. And those core values then frame what they can do as they promote or market their area for future development.
There's a flexibility here, there's a creation that everyone can have influence over what the process will look like for their own community. So bringing elected officials to the table, bringing professional staff from the city to the table, we really help people build relationships and cut the distance between people and their government in a way that's pretty significant.